Hey guys, it's Lord here, back in with another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the DC Multiverse Red Platinum Edition. Oh, geez, because these are almost as bad, if not sometimes worse, than exclusives. The question, I'm looking at you, you faceless bastard. That said, today we're going to be taking a look at the DC Classic version of Roman Sionis, aka the Black Mask. And yes, I said DC Classic version, not to be confused with that bundle of sticks version from that garbage-ass Birds of Prey movie, which also had a garbage-ass version of my Dombay Black Canary. Seriously, who wrote that slop? That said, this, of course, is brought to us by the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys, as well as another local friend who shall not be named for privacy reasons, who was able to help me acquire this figure. So shout out to you. You will remain nameless until further notice. So, with that being said, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all Mr. Sionis has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with the collectible trading card. A very nice image of him on the front. I know a lot of people say he looks a lot like the Arkham Origins version, which, yes, he does. And it's still odd that we have a Deathstroke from that game, and now arguably this guy, but we do not have a Batman. In the line that has umpteen variants of Batman, we don't have that one. Either way, there's a bio on the back. He is a sadomasochist, so there you go. That said, he only comes with a pair of extra hands. And it's not even a pair. It's open hand and a fist. Couldn't even give us a pair of fists even. I would have took that over a mixed match pair of hands. But I guess you could use this if he has a heavier weapon. Me personally, I swiped this pistol from my NECA Gargoyles Elisa Massa figure. Also happens to be very difficult to find nowadays, because it is originally from the McFarlane Toys Gun Pack version 1, I believe. So I do have 2 of these. I just got to find the other one and give that to Elisa. But for now, that will go with good old Black Mask here. Speaking of which, why don't we take him off the hockey puck display stand we're using with all McFarlane Toys releases and take a closer look at the man of the hour. They did a real nice job on the pinstriping. I'll give him that. He's got some black shoes, got the black shirt, the white tie, and then this really sick head sculpt, which again, very reminiscent of the Arkham games. But I will tell you, the head sits on the neck a little funky, because when you push it forward, he's got no neck here. Granted, the range on this is really good. Like, you can have him look all the way up, all the way down, tilt, and rotate. But yeah, it's a little weird on that neck. It's like it's too high, or the neck is too low. It's something like that. It's very strange. But because of that, you do get a ton of range. So if that doesn't bother you, then whatever. It doesn't really bother me, because Marvel Legends been doing that crap for years, and, well, people let them get away with it because, ooh, lift the posing. That said, his shoulders will pop out, back down. They can rotate all the way around. He's got a little bit of a beautiful butterfly in there. Does not appear to have a cap, though, which he doesn't really need. But, you know, if you wanted to fill that up, there might be a white suited figure to do that with. He has a bicep swivel, double elbows, which are tighter than a son of a gorilla on mine. There you go. Not, you know, the worst elbow ever, but not the best either. Oh, jeez Louise. Those are really tight elbows. I think I even heated these because they were so tight out of package. He does have ball hinge wrists that will hinge up and down when rotated correctly for holding weapons. You can turn his hand there. You can turn it in the sleeve too, but that's kind of a pain in the arse, so I just chose to not do that. He can lean back really far. He does not seem to have like the big kind of trunk piece. I mean, he kind of does, but it just feels like it's a peg going into the waist. I think Zatanna was built like that too. So he can lean forward a little bit more than your average McFarlane, and then he does have a waist twist and some tilts side to side. But other than that, there is nothing in the upper torso, like, at all, except maybe swivel. So, I mean, it's freaking Black Mask. What's he gonna do? Ninja kicks? I don't think so. Hips can kick that far forward. He can do like almost a perfect 90 forward because the way the diaper is cut. He can kick out to the side. He does have a little bit of a thigh cut, but it's nothing to write home about. In fact, this side, let me see, you can get it there. Can I get it on this side? I mean, it's there, but it barely does diddly squat. So, does he really have it? He has it enough to get his legs close together. How about that? Double jointed knee. Actually, not very tight on the knees. And kind of chunky. So, what are you going to do? And complain about it, because that's what the internet's for, isn't it? That said, ankles will rotate and hinge up a little bit. And he does have a rocker and a toe joint, which is tight on both sides. Look at that. But that is Black Mask in a nutshell. Give him this pistol here. I will say this left trigger hand does have a tendency to pop off, so I'm on the fence about putting this in his left hand or his right. I kind of prefer the fist on the right side, but this hand wants to be difficult, and maybe I'll have to change that up. I guess I could put it on the right and give him a heavier gun, but I don't know. I always imagine Black Mask with more of a pistol, because, you know, in the Arkham Origins game, speaking of which, he just hires people to kill Batman. He doesn't do a lot of the fighting, so I think a pistol is all he really needs. But maybe I'll give him that open hand in case I want to have him with a bigger gun later. But that is Black Mask in a nutshell. Makes me wish they'd reissue the excuse me, Victor Zsasz figure in the Vault series, but that, much like McFarlane Toys as a company, is a freaking joke at this point, because most of those reissues aren't even worth reissuing. The only ones I noticed that were really worth a crap were the Wonder Woman, the Cyborg Superman, and even, yes, the Santa Batman, because that was a McFarlane Toy Store exclusive when it first came out. Other than that, it's all crap you could have got like back when it came out pretty easily. So, you know, I think the biggest offense in that line is the Walmart version of Azrael Batman, the first one, not the Nightmare Edition, because, well, we just got the better one. Like, what was the point of that? So, yeah, and you know, don't even get me started on the gold labels that went up this past week. We're not going to go there, but I'll keep it short and sweet. No, I got nothing, because they done sold out. So, with that being said, I think it's time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here we have good old Roman Sionis alongside a couple of the more recent Batman Rogues Gallery members released in the DC Multiverse line this past year. We have the Scarecrow, which, for those of you who don't know, is my #1 Batman Rogue and DC Multiverse figure from last year. I know he isn't completely recent, but he's recent enough. And then we also have the Collector Edition Poison Ivy. This is the Platinum Edition that looks more like the Batman Hush version of Poison Ivy. Makes me that much more sad that I missed out on that Catwoman, but I said I wasn't going to talk about that. But other than these two, we only got the Hush Riddler which made me more sad. And then Professor Pig, or Professor Pig if you're AI reading it on my phone. Kind of surprising that in the last year of the line we didn't just round out the Batman Rogues Gallery. I guess there is the reissue of the animated colored Mr. Freeze in the Vault series, and then the Nightfall Bane reissue, which also sold out during that gold label drop the other day, so if you missed out on that, you probably should have just grabbed the 2-pack a couple years ago and tried to sell the Batman. I don't know what to tell you, it's McFarlane. We know they suck when it comes to drops, but at any rate, Black Mask looks great alongside both Poison Ivy and Scarecrow. I actually do have the GameStop exclusive Harley Quinn on the way, so I'll be adding her to my Batman Rogues Gallery at some point, hopefully. I ordered her online because if you know me, you know I've had some negative experiences pre-ordering from the store, not with the people, but the fact that I didn't get my stuff. That said, in our 2 regulars, we have the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibilith. Right here. Who also is a spooky, scary skeleton head. And then we have the infamous 11th Spawn, who, we'll say towers over everyone, just for today. And while he might not have a spooky, scary skeleton head, he does have a couple on his chest and on his crotch there. Literally. So, with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and while good old Black Mask here may be pretty bare bones as far as what you actually get for the price of admission, not to mention all the effort some people might have to put in to actually find this thing, this is still, hands down, one of my favorite DC Multiverse releases from the calendar year 2026, and what a year it has been for this line. I mean, let's face it, that most recent drop with the McFarlane Toy Store exclusives didn't exactly go over well, and I'm sure the rest of the year will have plenty more of that to go around. Unfortunately. Did I mention I'm glad he's losing the license? So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.